Yes, we do give thanks for life and a mighty life given. We give thanks for all good things around us as sent from Zion above. So we praise for his divine love. Praise for his sincere love. We do give thanks definitely for being here with you. Food of 7, Kailash television. Give thanks for this divine moment whereby, yes, with you once more. You know, give thanks as definitely we are just checking our stream live on Facebook also. So we give thanks for all those people who are here with us and the people who definitely are always there with us right here in St. Lucia and those abroad. So give thanks as definitely we working towards this program tonight to just help elevate ourselves, because self-elevation is the very first elevation, whereby we are able to elevate ourselves to that standard whereby people could look on us and see our elevation and feel encouraged even to elevate their own selves. Because at the end of the day, it's not that we have to just sit down and wait on someone to tell us everything to do. You know, there are plenty things that as a people we know already. You know, as a people that we understand. I mean, the simplest things. So there are things that people will tell you to do, right? But there are things that you're supposed to know what to do. And if it is that you don't know, that means that you yourself, I mean, you should have a little problem, you know? I mean, because there are some simple things. So a man know, well, he's supposed to bathe every day. So I mean, you bathe every day. You know, a man know, well, you're supposed to brush your teeth about 2 times a day at least. You do that. So there are many simple things that a man know that he has to do. I mean, like drink water. You do that. So you cannot say, well, priest boy, I really have not been drinking much water these days. They're like, I don't have the time to actually drink the water. Why is it that you would know the things that you need to do, right? And yet still, you refuse to do them and say, well, look, that you don't have the time to do them. So we have to know what we're about as a people, because if you don't know what you're about, I mean, who's going to know what you're about? It is high time that as a people we begin to focus on self. Focus on being able to do the right things, everything that we need to do as a people. Not just follow fashion, but able to specifically be able to focus on yourself, that someone can see these positive attributes in you and then they could want to emulate you and say, well, this man has been doing this really good. This man do this good. I want to be just like this man. There are plenty things that we as a people, we just refuse to do it. You know, and then we believe like someone's supposed to actually force us to do the things that we're supposed to be doing for our own good. So someone with diabetes, they might still want to hide and drink a soft drink. They'll still want to hide and eat a little Cricks biscuit, or and eat a little white bread, or suck on a lollipop, or drink a beer, or drink a Guinness, or some kind of thing. People will find all type of things that they look for, all type of things. All type of things they will look at. Seriously. They look at all type of things that they will look at to do, to sneak and to do the things that they're not supposed to be doing. Right? It is our responsibility to be able to invest that quality time and energy within our own selves, to understand that, look, that whatever it is that we are doing it for our own benefit, not because someone has to convince us to do these things. We have to want to do it. for our own sakes. It is something that we have to decide to do. Something that we must consciously endeavor into doing. It's not like something where people go, boy, you have to drink water tomorrow. You have to drink water. You have to drink water. You know, every single day someone has to tell you have to drink water. Every single day someone must tell you must eat some fresh fruits. Every single day somebody must tell you must eat some whole grains. Every single day. No, man. Then you have a problem. I mean, if people have to consciously, every single day, consciously, every day, if people have to be repeating things to you over and over and over and over again, come on, man. You have to be able, as a man or as a woman, to make firm decisions, right? Firm decisions when it comes to your own well-being and being able to hold your grounds and ensure, look, I'm not doing that, and I'm not smoking cigarette, and I'm not drinking no rum. You understand? So then you make these firm decisions whereby, yeah, you hold yourself away from certain types of illnesses. When you look at our society, the number of people are just dying. Plenty people just dying. People just dying. People just dying. I mean, cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart attack, people just dying. All ages, people just dying, and no one is actually really taking a time out and saying, but why is it that so many people just dying of sickness and disease? And it as if it is something that we have grown to accept. We have grown to accept that people are sick and people going to die, and that's it. Nothing you could do, right? And nowadays, I mean, people accept taking pills every day and then dying of the same disease. So you might have diabetes or you might have high blood pressure, and then someone say to you, boy, your sugar is high. So your sugar is high, so you have to go to the doctor, right? So the doctor says, well, because your sugar is high, right? Because your sugar is high, that means that you would have to be on a particular drug for the rest of your life. The rest of your life. So your sugar is high. You'll have to be on a particular drug for the rest of your life because your sugar is high. And you still die of diabetes-related conditions. Your pressure is high. You have to be on drugs for the rest of your life. You cannot get off the drugs for the rest of your life. Right? Because you have high blood pressure, so you have to be on drugs for the rest of your life. Your cholesterol is high. You have to be on drugs for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. Right? And that's the way it is. So you find that someone who is not well, and then you are receiving a treatment for a condition, for a disease, and the disease that you are being treated for, you have to actually drink drugs, take particular drugs for the rest of your life. It is not something that you yourself could actually change. Right? They say, well, look, you have to be on that particular drug for the rest of your life. You don't have a choice, man. Whatever long or whatever short your life is, you're going to have to be on that drug for the rest of your life. So it's important because as a people, If it is that we went to, let's say you went into one of them places there, and you go to a garage, and then your vehicle is right broken down, and then the man says, well, look, brother, you have an engine leak, you know. What you have to do now is that you have to understand that you have to be putting a quart of oil in your vehicle every single day. So the man go and tell you, well, for the rest of the life of your vehicle. So that means that if you're not well, right? Like your vehicle is not well. Your vehicle is not well, so you go to a mechanic. He says, well, brother, you have an oil leak. Right? You have an oil leak. So, you're now going to have to put a quart of oil in your vehicle every single day. He wouldn't tell you that. He didn't tell you that you have to fix up the oil leak, you know. He said that you have to put a quart of oil in your vehicle every single day for the rest of the life of your vehicle. So you ask yourself then, what kind of madman that man is there? Right? How can the man tell me that I have an oil leak, and then he's not telling me how I can fix the oil leak, you know, that I don't have to put oil in my in the system of my vehicle every day, you know. He's telling me that, right, I have to buy oil from him every single day, a quart of oil, right, just to actually refill my vehicle, and that's the solution. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that when you have diabetes, okay, you have diabetes, okay, so you go to the doctor say, well, John, you've got diabetes. I'm going to have to prescribe you some insulin or metformin. You have to be on this for the rest of your life. So it's just like you having to inject yourself. So your insulin, your system for insulin is not working properly. So then you could ask yourself, how can we help to repair that system and make that system function normally? Or you could say, well, look, let us get some pig insulin, what they call bovine insulin, or they could create insulin by recombinant DNA processes where they're using bacteria to actually produce the insulin, and then they call it human insulin, and use that insulin to inject into people to help control their blood sugar levels. So that's your choices. I mean, you say, well, look, let us help people's physical structure to actually begin to produce insulin naturally. So, if it is that our thought pattern, if our thought pattern was in that area here, whereby we are saying, well, look, you have a problem with diabetes. So, how do we help that client, that patient? How do we help that patient be able to right, rid themselves of that condition? You're not telling me that you are going to allow that client, that patient, to be on a drug every single day for the rest of their life, and then they still get diabetic glaucoma. They still have to amputate their legs. They still get blind. They still, all types of things happen to them. Yet still they are on so-called medicines. So then, if these medicines were working, if that was really the solution for the problem, then I don't think that we would have any diabetes. The amount of pills people take already, the amount of injections they give to themselves already, I don't believe that. I don't believe that we would have any, if these things they were really working, I don't believe that we would have any diabetes. I don't believe so. Mm-mm. So, how do we critically analyze the disease condition and then we create a system that would allow our people to get healed? Our whole healthcare center have to change. The hospital has to change. Yes, I mean the hospital have to change. Yes, of course, that's to change. When someone comes with heart disease or with diabetes or high blood pressure, the hospital is supposed to have, okay, like your, because we have so many people in St. Lucia with diabetes. Right now, we're supposed to have done multiple studies. We don't have to sit down and wait on someone to come and do these studies for us, you know. You don't have to wait for someone to come and do that for you. You don't have to. You can utilize your own intelligence. You have a degree, you have a PhD, you have your master's. And then you could say, well, look, let us as a people create a nutritional guideline that could help our people that are suffering from diabetes to suffer less. Let's make them use less insulin. Let's get them off the insulin. That means that this will result in a decrease in expenditure on medications. Because remember, you know, that a bulk of our finances, the bulk of the money that the country is actually making, or people making in the country, goes out of the country in the purchasing of healthcare services. A lot of money. A lot of money, man. Yeah. The amount of people that have to fly over there and fly over there and fly over there. Right? The amount of drugs that are always shipped down here, shipped down here, shipped down here, shipped down here. Right? It's you buying the drugs and then you bring it in. So the bulk of our capital, our money is going outside there. So why don't we say to ourselves and say, well, look, let us see what indigenous foods that we have as a people, as a nation, and let's see what nutritional guide we can utilize to help to manage the blood sugar levels of our diabetics. So then, you not just depend upon the drugs coming from overseas. We use our intelligence and we create plenty things. We not just sit down and just use what somebody tell you that, okay, that's what you're supposed to use. No. You have to be able to, as a man, understand your true value. As a woman, understand your true value and understand that, look, like anyone else can do it, you can do the same too. So why can somebody from over there create a drug that you have to spend millions on in St. Lucia, and you now cannot sit down and create a pathway, a lifestyle that can help to take care of the blood sugar levels of your people? What are you talking, man? Yes, we can, man. I mean, if you can't, I mean, who can? Tell me, man. You know, if you can't, who can? You know, tell me. So this is something serious, man, that we as a people we dealing with, and we have been discussing these things with you as a people for years, over a decade. And we find that it is time that people on the whole begin to take more responsibility. You know, this thing there has to be elevated to the other level. We need to stop just seeing this as if it is something that is just there for a fad. We need to see more of these things that are implemented in the school systems. I was just speaking earlier on WhatsApp there to a sister that's a principal of a school, and she was saying, yes, priest, you know, we don't sell certain things on our compound, and I give thanks for that. I give thanks for that, that yes, there are schools nowadays that are already initiating these steps there, whereby they are governing themselves to the extent that they restrict the sale of particular type of junk foods on the school premises. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. You know, because that's the kind of bold steps that we need to take. Because when we really check it out and look at our people, we say, well, with all the diseases that we have nowadays, I mean, so many women have polycystic ovarian syndrome. So many women. So many women has endometriosis. So many women has fibroids. Plenty women have fibroids. Plenty. So many women have lumps in the breast. So many women have breast cancer. So many. Right? So I don't think that it is something that we're supposed to just sit aside and take lightly. Why is it that all of a sudden so many of our sisters are developing hormonal imbalances? Why? Right? Why is it that so many of our sisters are developing hormonal imbalances? Infertility. Why? So we must really analyze our system, the system that we are in, and begin to actually really critically analyze the things that we consume as a people. By right, you know, we're supposed to consume lots of live foods. The livelier your food is, the fresher your food is, the more water that food has inside of it. The more water that's in the food, the easier it is for that food to be digested. Very, very easy. Alright. So, you can eat a pawpaw right now, and in 2 to 3 hours, that pawpaw is supposed to be completely digested and out as poo-poo. Yes, a soursop, sugar apple, right? An orange. Okay? Any fruit that you consume, these things there just goes through the system. I'm telling you. Fresh salads, like your lettuce, your cherry tomatoes, and oh, that's a fruit too. But your green vegetables, your leafy green vegetables, because of the bonds that they have for the cellulose, right, to break down the complex carbs in these particular types of foods, digestion process is a bit longer because you have a lot more fiber also. Alright, so you are looking at these things, they're taking a little bit more time than the fruits, but it's still going through. And the fresher it is, the faster it goes throughout the physical structure. Then you have your tougher foods. Now you have grains and you have grains. You have dead grains, like your rice. You know, rice is like a dead grain. Rice is dead. That's dead. You cannot plant that grain and it grow. No, that's dead. The white rice, parboiled rice, brown rice, them things, they're dead rice. The rice grain that's a good rice grain is the one that you could plant and it can grow. Alright. Grains now take a bit longer to be digested because of that external coat on the seed, because it's a seed. So you have to thoroughly chew it. Now, if that grain is a living grain, like you have an amaranth grain or a quinoa grain, them grains you could literally throw them on the soil and they will germinate. They'll grow. Alright, so that food is alive. So if you take that food and you soak it, put it in some damp area, it's going to begin to sprout. And even the digestion of that food there is far, far, far less. The time. It is a known fact that consuming dead animal products does actually shock our digestive system. These things that takes years, man, to come out of your physical structure. Pluck up all the inside of your intestinal tracts. We have to thoroughly understand that the fact that so many of our people are just sick and dying, that's not coincidence. That can't be no coincidence. Right? We have to consciously devise ways, examine our disease conditions, and create innovative ways that we could actually take care of our own problems. Why should we be all the way in St. Lucia and expect a man all the way in Japan or China to take care, or America to actually take care of our business for us? Why? We have to begin to take care of our health business by ourselves. We have to be able to scrutinize the conditions affecting our people and develop our own ways to take care of it. We have to sit down and depend on a man. So, right now we are in a position whereby we have lots of knowledge, information at our fingertips. And we also have access to many things. It's not as hard as we really think, you know. No. It's not as hard. You could buy a packet of lettuce and you could just sow the seeds in little, you could build little boxes, put dirt in it, put it on your veranda, and you could sow your little seeds, think, and make it grow, and in about 3 weeks you could be eating your lettuce. Every time you buy your chives, you make a little box and just stick up the head of the chives in the dirt, and you take care of it nice and thing, then it grows chives. Right? You could just take the seeds of your seasoning pepper, throw it in the soil, it's going to grow. So many of the things that we actually complaining about that it's hard and it's expensive is just that our level of commitment to take care of ourselves is just not there. So the majority of the foods that we consume are dead. Not we, you. The cornflakes and the Cheerios and all them things is just dead. That these things, they are dead. Dead. They're dead. They don't grow. So these things actually rot and decompose inside of your physical structure because they take so much time to go through the gastrointestinal tract that they begin to rot and decompose. Whereby a papaya, a soursop, right, a sugar apple, an orange, a coconut jelly, that just slides through your system. These dead foods crawl through your system. Some of them never get out. They rot, they decompose. And that same decomposing material enters into your bloodstream, getting you tired and lethargic and get your skin all multi-complexion. Why? Because your system is actually clogged up. Just because of the way that we actually consume our foods, the type of foods that we actually consume. It's very important that as a people that we really thoroughly examine what we put in our mouths. All them white flour and the macaroni and the bulk of these things, they are dead. Consciously make a decision to say, well, look, whatever you put inside of your physical structure must have a level of freshness and a level of life to it. Definitely. You are what you eat. You are what you eat. So we now as a people must take some firm decisions. Don't wait for insulin shipment to come. That ain't going to help you. Diabetes is still going to kill. Let's see how it is that we could begin to change our habits. What we eat, what we drink, how we think. How we live. These are the steps that we need to take to actually have genuine change. If you want to see the numbers start to dwindle, you know the amount of money people put in all type of things. I thought that the health of the people was the most important thing. But I mean, sometimes you wonder what's the most important things. The amount of things that people put money into. Let us begin to examine ourselves. Let us begin to check for ourselves and for our children. Let us begin to put things in place. There is no reason why so many people are supposed to die of diabetes. There is no reason why so many people are supposed to die of cancer. There is no reason why so many women are supposed to have polycystic ovarian syndrome, fibroids. No reason. We are due for an intercession. When we come again, definitely we're going to open up the lines and we're going to take your calls as we move on from the hour of 7 until 8 o'clock. We're going to just have a nice little chat. So when we come in after the break, make sure that you, no matter where you are, man, just make sure that you're ready to call in and talk with us or speak to us. Communicate. It's a two-way stream communication. You and me, they say, but we say I and I. Same said, man. So we give thanks for this moment, as definitely we'll take an intercession. When we come again, we definitely will be taking your calls, and then we'll have a wonderful time. Bless you.
I'm innovative.
I'm competitive.
I'm productive.
I am creative.
I constantly improve what I do and how I do it.
I am output oriented.
I never supplement.
I give of my best, always.
The National Competitiveness and Productivity Council, embracing excellence.
Do you have a knockout business idea? Do you want the world to know about it? Here is your opportunity to show the world that this is the next big thing. Get in the ring. Register today to capitalize on free training and networking opportunities. Network with persons in finance, marketing, and business development experts. And get a chance to represent St. Lucia at a global showdown. Deadline for registration is February 28th. Get in the ring and show the world.
Round of applause for Mr. Patrick Easy.
I was in my neighborhood. It was a very dark night and I decided to go for a drink by a bar. On my way from the bar, I felt this sting to my right leg. And when I looked back, I knew it was a full-less snake.
You happen to be in an area where there are snakes and you are bitten by a snake. This is what you do. You call for help and try to reach the Victoria Hospital within 1 or 3 hours. You will be seen immediately.
My uncle at the time was a police officer, called Victoria Hospital and told them that we're coming down for snake bite.
It is the only facility on the island which has a protocol and a treatment plan where you can be treated adequately.
We call them before you go there so they can prepare for you.
And rest assured that there are adequate supplies of antivenom with doctors who have been trained in the treatment protocols of the snake bite.
What makes a great sign? Simplicity, creativity, huge and loud, small and quiet. At Excel Sign, we help clients all over St. Lucia create the perfect sign for their business needs. Our printing takes place right here with state-of-the-art machines to get the job done at the highest quality. We specialize in a wide variety of pylon signs, vehicle wraps, channel letters, billboards, 3D letters, and lots more. Designed to have high visibility, longer life, and great value. Call or visit Excel Sign today and find out how we can help your business express itself. Excel Sign, taking science further.
Do you think there is an area that needs a street light? Make your request to the Ministry of Infrastructure, the agency responsible for approving new streetlight installations. The ministry will review the request and make a decision. This may include a site visit. If the ministry approves the request, then Lucelec will install a new streetlight.
The more we know about geothermal energy, the better prepared we are to capitalize on the possibilities.
Geothermal fluid will not be discharged to the surface or into the water. During the testing phase, some gases will be released. However, the project will have regular air quality monitoring in place. The venting of geothermal fluid may release some hydrogen sulfide, but monitoring will be in place and international standards will be followed to protect human health.
The Geothermal Resource Development Project is all about energy security. The more we learn, the better our preparedness for energy independence. A message from the Ministry of Infrastructure, Ports, Energy and Labour.
Give thanks for all good things around us. I sent from Zion above, so he praise for all his love. So I mean, before we actually continue, just want to tell you the lines are open, so you could give us a call. Don't make me do all the talking tonight. Make sure that you could do some of the talking too. And the WhatsApp number is 17587223660. WhatsApp number is 17587223660 if you need to WhatsApp. 17587223660 for WhatsApp, and then the lines definitely are open, so you could actually give us a call. The numbers will be on the screen very shortly. So we were speaking about designing that system whereby we could literally put things in order to assist our people. So for instance, if someone has diabetes, that means that that individual Could we have the number on the screen, please, Honorable? I cannot remember. Just have that number there so that the people could actually know that they could actually give us a call. That 451-934 and 453-1730. Definitely. That's a number that we could actually call and let us have a conversation about exactly what is happening in our country. Let us see how it is that we could begin to implement little things that could help to ease the suffering of the masses of the people and bring down our expenditure. We're spending too much money. Let us make more money and spend less money. So, if someone is suffering from diabetes, that means that their cells, which is basically the smallest structural and functional unit of the physical structure, does not have that capacity to absorb glucose, which is the energy molecule. That is what your physical structure utilizes to do work. So the same way a car needs fuel, right? Your physical structure, the cells of your muscles, the cells of your eyes, right? The cells of your brains, every single cells need glucose for energy. Yes, Babu Nokola, blessed.
Good evening.
Yes, my brother, bless.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes.
What do you have for schizophrenia?
Schizophrenia?
Yes, somebody suffering from schizophrenia. What do you have for them?
Me, but I mean, definitely you could use the cannabis oil. Okay. So that day, I mean, you could just check in Jamaica or Antigua. I sent kids going to decriminalize it just now also. And I mean, St. Vincent, if you could just swim across there, and get a bottle and come back.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, man, love, man, blessed. Give thanks. Yeah, man, so when it is that the cells themselves, the cells, are not able to actually take in that sugar, that glucose stays out of the cell and in the blood. So they say you have high blood sugar levels. It's like you have a car. The car uses gasoline. But if you take the car and you drop the car in a tank of gasoline and the gas tank is closed, even if the car is in gasoline, the car can't use the gasoline. The gasoline has to go into the gas tank to get into the engine of the car. So the same way, even if you have plenty of sugar, glucose surrounding your cells cannot utilize that glucose unless your pancreas has produced and released the hormone insulin that allows that sugar to enter into your cells. So when someone is a diabetic or has diabetes, that means that they are suffering from a non-communicable chronic illness that deals with your metabolism, how your physical structure metabolizes glucose and glycogen and all these different chemicals, even your fats and your proteins. Because it is important that we understand that, look, that is what's happening. In that case, we could know, well, how it is we're going to be rectifying that. So, because of that issue, whereby your cells cannot absorb the glucose, you have all that glucose is just out there in the blood. Right? So then, what happens? Your kidneys now, because the sugar is in the blood, and it's not in your cell, it needs to get out of the blood because the blood is not supposed to have so much sugar. It gets your blood very acidic. Right? So, your kidneys now begin to overwork and push out sugar out of the blood into your urine. That goes into your urinary bladder, whereby you could actually pee out the sugar. That's why when you have diabetes, they say that you have what you call pisadu, or what they call sweet pea. Why? Because the urine itself contains the sugar. Alright, so pisadu. So if you pee there, you could see ants coming and come and eat it. Right, the sugar in your pee. Right, so then we have a metabolic syndrome whereby you have multiplicity of symptoms. So people get glaucoma, people get diabetic neuropathy where their nerves get damaged, they get diabetic ulcers where they have to cut off their legs, they get glaucoma, they get blind, you know, they get kidney failure, a lot of them get kidney failure. So 45193494531730, give us a call. So how it is that we then now as a people, how it is that we are now going to begin to organize ourselves and say, what can I do to allow my blood sugar levels to actually come down a bit more? All right, so number one, you can reduce the intake of these simple sugars. Your white flour, your white rice, your ice creams, your cheese, the cow's milk, all these different things there. Your spaghetti, all them things there. White sugar, brown sugar, all them things, you have to put them on the side. Your dashing, right? All these things, they are filled with starch. These things, they actually rise up your blood sugar levels very quickly. And since the cells now cannot access the sugar because of a depletion of your insulin or an increase in insulin resistance by your cells, that sugar that just stays in your blood. So then we have to consume a lot more complex carbs, mineral, vitamins rich foods. Alright, so foods that actually release the carbohydrates much slower. Okay, so instead of a dashin, you could use a macambu. Yes. Right? So if you're going to use bananas, the green banana, you have to leave the skin on to increase the fiber because the inside of the banana is just sugar, starch, especially the green ones. So you have to know how to cook it, how to utilize it, to at least you get that balance from it. So we'd recommend that a diabetic, the take cocoa. For tea in the morning, cocoa tea is extremely good for a diabetic. I mean, cocoa helps to build up the heart, and cocoa contains lots of antioxidants, also helps to regulate the blood sugar levels naturally. And you could add bay leaf in it, and you could add your cinnamon leaf in it, right? Your star anise in it, and your fennel, right? And some coconut milk after it's boiled. Definitely that in its own essence can help to regulate your blood sugar levels, and at the same time nutrify your physical structure, strengthening the heart. Right? So then, if it is that you feel like eating something in between, it will be important that you could do like something like a nice sea moss smoothie. A smoothie with some sea moss. Right? Or you could eat some fruits, some soursop, some papaya. These things, they actually contains some very easily absorbed sugars, right? And yet still contains many other, right, plant chemicals, fruit chemicals, nutrients, minerals, amino acids, right, that could actually help and assist your physical structure. So when lunchtime comes, as a diabetic, you have to cut down that heavy, greasy food. 75% of the plate have to be at least raw, fresh, vegetable salad. Right? Then you have a grain like quinoa or amaranth or millet. And then you have a peas like pigeon peas or chickpeas. Right? So that in essence actually help your physical structure. So you're not overworking. You are boosting up your physical structure. Yes, Beck Sokola, blessed.
Hello, good night.
Yes, my sister.
What you can use for acid reflux?
You would use patchouli.
Only patchouli?
Very good. Use ginger too. But patchouli is very good.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, bless. 451-9349, 453-1730. I mean, let us call and have a conversation. I mean, don't just ask a question. You could educate us about something also. I'm sure that there are plenty of things that you know. 451-9349. International callers 1758 451-934. That's the area code 1758. Definitely could give us a call internationally also. Let us know what's happening with you. Locally 451-9349, 453-1730. Definitely give us a call. Yes. So when we understand that, okay, all right, you have to put in the complex carbs and you have to put in the mineral rich foods and lots of soluble and insoluble fiber, right? Then for dinner, you could have a nice zepina soup. Oh, zepina soup, creamy soup. Just blanch the zepina and blend in some coconut milk with some chives and some seasoning peppers and some cayenne pepper powder and them things there and sea salt and them, bam, bam. That's it, some nori. Oh yes, that's wonderful. Yes, goes in the color. Blessed.
Hello, good evening, Prince Kailash. How are you?
I'm blessed.
The topic tonight is on diabetes. I think a lot of persons who are into this diabetic situation, they tend not to believe that they can reverse it. It can be reversed.
Yes.
If you take it in the nuke, if you take it at the right time, and even when it's gone a little far, you can by changing your diet. However, would you say that presently people are not losing the limbs as before?
Well, I mean, I don't have the statistics. I know before it was 2 limbs a day, right? I don't have the statistics now, so I cannot really comment on that. But I know that plenty people are losing, I won't say like the complete limbs, but body parts like toes and these type of things. I know that people are still doing it. I mean, it's just that I know that plenty people. I know that.
Now you just spoke of the cocoa tea.
Yeah.
A lot of persons would not be able to drink the cocoa tea just blunt, like just prepare it. So what would you suggest to make it taste a little sweet?
Well, I mean, what I do is that I would use the dates as a sweetener. What I would do, I would blend in the dates very fine, because for my cocoa tea, I don't like the cocoa tea bits, right? I like to drink my teas very smooth, so I would more like blend my cocoa tea, the cocoa stick itself, my natural cocoa. I get my cocoa from the mountain, I pound it and I do my own cocoa sticks, and then you blend it in coconut milk and some dates, right? And if you're diabetic, you could always add some bay leaf and some cinnamon. That helps to bring down the blood sugar levels naturally. And then I boil it. Just warm it up, boil it, nice. Yeah. So the dates give you that sweet taste, but also you have a sweetener called agave, or you could use macambu, the ripened macambu, the very ripe macambu. You could blend that. It also provides a level of sweetening also.
So you don't suggest honey at all?
Well, I mean, sparingly, sparingly.
Okay.
Yeah, sparingly, but I mean, the cocoa itself, because remember, it's an understanding. Just like the first time you drank some Campari, it was difficult because of the bitterness. Right then you began to acquire the taste. So many of the tastes that we have, like the sweetness and the saltiness, that these tastes, that's just flavors that we have acquired over time. So when one gently introduces themselves to the bitter and consciously understands the benefit to themselves, that allows them to have a greater appreciation of what they're drinking. So I never was just like a lover. I remember growing up as a child, when they used to give us cocoa tea and they don't have milk, I never used to like it. But after I really understood, when I grew up and I really learned about the benefits of it, I began to embrace it more, and over a period of time it began to taste real good to me.
Now lastly, you said you would suggest not eating milk and cheese and dairy products, and so that your sugar level would be down. Could you tell me how does that affect the sugar level, the milk and the cheese? not necessarily the white flour and the sugar, but the milk and the cheese. Thank you. Have a good night.
Okay, blessed love. Give thanks, my sister. Give thanks. Thanks for the call. I mean, you see, you does always call and ask the good. You does actually get stuff out of me that I mean people supposed to be trying to get. Anyway, yes. Well, the milk and the cheese they contain a sugar called lactose. Lactose is sugar. All right. So when you break it down, you still get your glucose. Right. So lactose is the sugar found in milk. You know, in dairy, you know, lactose. That's why they say that we as people of African descent, I mean, the great majority of us are lactose intolerant. So the sugar that is in milk and dairy products, milk, cheese, yogurt, whey, you know, is called lactose, which is basically the carbohydrate found in milk and all milk derived products. So when you actually consume that, you still can boost up your whole sugar levels and the amount of fats inside of it. Oh my goodness! I mean, it could lead to ketoacidosis, right? When your physical structure begins to utilize the stored up fats within your physical structure to produce sugar, right? You have ketones actually forming. That's why some diabetics have what they call sweet breath. All right, so it is important that we understand these things as a people and know, well, look, that simply by understanding that you could actually make genuine, strong, educated, intelligent decisions that could actually save your lives. There are people my honorable Empress was just showing me a video of this black doctor in America, and that's what he's doing now. You know, so the same that we've been trying to teach our people down here for the years. He's a cardiologist, and everything we've been talking about, he's implemented it. Right now, he's talking about how people he go in and he get the patients on their dying beds with heart disease and that needed heart transplant and all type of thing, and change their diet, go on a plant-based diet and strictly plant-based, and then they 100% brand new second hand, right? So the things that we actually reject locally are the things that people are actually embracing internationally. So as a people, we have to genuinely begin to actually make decisions for the upliftment of the poor and suffering, you know, for the children. So if it is that we understand the benefits of healthy eating, plant-based eating, how this could reverse several types of diseases. 451-9349-453-1730. Definitely give me a call. Don't have me just there doing all the speaking. You know, I don't like it. Like, I like it when we actually share responsibility. Right? So you have to actually call and then say something upful and, you know, educate us also. You know, educate us. Yes. Right? So it is very important that as a people we embrace these things, the knowledge of exactly what it is that we are doing as a people. Let's educate ourselves and know that, look, everything is divine. Okay? So as a diabetic, that's things that you could simply do. So a little callaloo soup in the night, excellent. A little sea moss porridge, excellent. And remember your exercise. So you have to exercise. So you have to make sure you get up in the morning, do a little 45-minute walk, right? Exercise. If you cannot walk far, walk in your living room, right? If you could swim, take a swim. You know, so you have to do things to actually check yourself and also be disciplined. Don't be like these people here who actually just do what they want to, or not what they're supposed to be doing. Yes, Cassius Scholar, blessed.
Yeah, blessed love, my brother.
Yes, blessed.
Yeah, we know that the Almighty never gave us the refined food to consume. He gave us wholesome food.
Mm-hmm.
So, when we consume foods without fiber, that is a recipe for disaster.
Mm-hmm.
And also the consumption of saturated fat, animal products. Blessed.
Blessed. Give thanks, my brother. Love. Yes, give thanks for that strength there. Great strength. 451-9349-453-1730. Come on, man, give us a strength. Call up the program and give us a strength. Tell us something upful. What you want me to do? Sit down and speak alone? So you have nothing to say? Yeah. Okay. So I'm the one supposed to speak and think, no, man. You should say something also. Let me hear what you're saying. Yes. 451-934-9453-1730. Okay, so we look at what it is that we could do for the diabetic. Right now, there are herbs that are very potent that help to bring down the blood sugar levels naturally. Like your feuille du vent. The feuille du vent, what they call the gully root, that's very effective. Diabetics, people with high blood sugar levels, that's a very important herbal tea that you have to be drinking every single day. Feuille du vent. Then we have the neem bush, extremely good too. Yes, Dab Salty Bus, blessed.
Yes, blessed love, Kailash.
How you doing, sister?
I'm okay. I didn't do your I just heard you talk about it for the acid reflux.
The patchouli?
Yes.
You get it already?
I didn't take it yet, and that's just troubling me. And as I ate, but you didn't tell me to put ginger.
No, well, I give you a specific instruction just for you, and you don't even try it yet. I'm disappointed.
Okay, I'm going to try it right now.
Did you drink the laxative?
Yes, I've been drinking everything.
And how was the laxative?
It was fine. I'm feeling better. I have a little strength.
Give thanks, give thanks.
Yes, thanks.
So make sure you do that. You do the patchouli and organize it. You know, drink it every hour and a half, 2 hours. Drink a cup.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And tell your husband I'll be coming for my rosemary plants.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, love, bless.
Okay, we're working on it already.
Oh, give thanks. Let him give thanks. Give thanks.
Okay,
all
bye.
Right, love. So we give thanks, you know, I mean, definitely, you know, sometimes, you know, we do our house visits. We go on. Ever call her? Or is that the same call? Okay, all right. Sometimes, you know, we go and visit our people far. Okay? So give us a call sometimes. You're blessed? Okay, all right. Give thanks. Yeah, so these are simple things you could use. You could use the feuille du vent, you could use the neem bush, you could use the vin, you could use the cassia lata, you could use the cime comptoir, you could use the kokum kuli. All these different herbs there are herbs that are very effective to actually help to regulate the blood sugar levels. The dandelion, right? Your little sour orange in water every morning, right? All these things, they are very effective in regulating the blood sugar levels. That's things that you could actually utilize over and over again. Yes, Lapan Sekola, blessed.
Yeah, good evening, blessed Lord.
Blessed Lord, my sister, how are you doing?
I'm very not bad.
Give thanks.
Enjoying your program every weekend.
Oh, give thanks for the love.
Okay. I just called to verify something. If somebody don't have sugar, they don't have high blood pressure, but the potassium is high. Cholesterol also is high, and yet still the doctor telling you it's nothing to worry about. Is it something with the diet that I'm eating too much of?
Well, if the potassium
dairy product and I don't use meat and stuff like that.
If the potassium is high, I would just say, well, you should actually do a kidney profile exam. All right, like go and check your creatine level or your kidney enzyme, your BUN, you know, all them things. They find out exactly.
Yeah, I did that, and the BUM, these things is low, and it's just these, you know, my WBC, which is my white blood cell, it is also high.
Well, come and check us. Come and see us.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thanks.
Blessed
Lord.
Blessed Lord. Give thanks. Comment from a viewer, Sherlyn White. The protein casein in milk and cheese is also highly addictive. Yeah, you're right. That protein in the milk, I mean, it is very addictive. That's why babies does drink milk from the mother's breast. You know, so I mean, definitely, you're right. You know, it's very addictive. That's why people really cannot stop the cheese. They love the cheese, the pizza, or the pizza. They love that. What you drinking when your head is always hurting you? You could use rosemary tea. Rosemary tea is extremely good for consistent headaches. Extremely good, right? So them herbs there, you could utilize it for your diabetics, right? So then, if it is that we examine our system like that, so then when you go to hospital time and you are diabetic, You know that they know that, okay, all right. So if they're going to give you tea, they're not going to give you Milo or Lipton or Ovaltine and none of them things there. They're going to give you a feuille du vent tea, a vin tea, a ciment comptoir tea, a cocoa tea. You know, so one of them things that they can give you because they understand that these things that could help to balance up your physical structure. If they're going to give you some food, they might give you a nice little bouillon with plenty of zepina and some macambo and them things and some chickpeas and one of them things and a little coconut milk in that. Excellent. Alright? Give you a nice fresh garden salads. Alright? Okay, for dinner they could give you, just a nice little Seymour smoothie. And your exercises and your stretches, your relaxation techniques and all them things. That's how a real hospital is supposed to actually be functioning. You're not going to have somebody that's a diabetic and then you're going to give them, right, some white rice and chicken and macaroni and cheese. Come on, man. Can't do them things here. Okay? Alright? So, we'll take another intercession. When we come again, we're going to look at the whole aspect of, I think I'll just touch a bit on high blood pressure and how we could deal with the high blood pressure. When we come again, and we're going to continue if our lines open up. Blessed.
Lucelec appreciates when you are vigilant about keeping your communities well lit. Call 452-2165 in the north or 454-6617 in the south to report faulty or damaged streetlights. It helps if you give us the pole number. We seek to repair all streetlights within 72 hours of receiving a report. However, this may not always be possible, especially after storms, when the number of defective streetlights may be very high.
Hey Glacia, ou pas las vez a fait femme nan?
Monica dit, comment dire qu'il fait tout ce travail ça type pélagé.
Oubliez ça Thomas et Troflantan nou nan. Ça y fait nous, madame nan ni priorité douette.
Show off, madame Nakacho.
Et ça mon pas qu'à coûter ça radioactive à ka di on y pour empêcher glo à l'infondation Kaila. Fait canal. On jette gouttière qui croise en masse glo mettez baoui en bagoutière. The ladies adapting to climate change. Don't hate, emulate.
Cox, qu'on nous ka wait en mode na. Qui ça nous ça fait?
Water is our main problem, you know.
What I seen is more drainage, some trees to help with the land seepage, and a little retaining wall.
Una mesu just ka hate zodi an wa vina. E glacia on put two boots, you need to stop it today.
Climate change impacts will keep getting worse. Starting with the basics can help your family reduce loss and save lives.
Do you have a knockout business idea? Do you want the world to know about it? Here is your opportunity to show the world that this is the next big thing. Get in the ring. Register today to capitalize on free training and networking opportunities. Network with persons in finance, marketing, and business development experts. And get a chance to represent St. Lucia at a global showdown. Deadline for registration is February 28th. Get in the ring and show the world.
Round of applause for Mr. Patrick Easy.
You've invested lots of time and money into your business. Your customers place their trust in you. Don't take them for granted. You want your customers to keep coming back. The St. Lucia Bureau of Standards is there to guide you on training and the certification needed to give you that competitive edge. It is more affordable than you think. Call the St. Lucia Bureau of Standards today at 453-0049. SLBS, making quality and standards our way of life.
I'm innovative.
I'm competitive.
I'm productive.
I am creative.
I constantly improve what I do and how I do it.
I am output oriented.
I never stop learning.
I give off my best, always.
The National Competitiveness and Productivity Council, embracing excellence.
Above. So we praise for I for all his love. Blessed love, give thanks for life. Yes, blessed love, I would like to make an appointment. What day can I come to see you? Well, we'll be in office tomorrow from 3. We have open up space from 3 until 6 p.m. So definitely you could come in from tomorrow, Monday, from 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. 451-9349, 453-1730, 451-934-9453, 1730. Definitely numbers to actually call. Now, we've looked at the whole aspect of, just touch upon the whole aspect of your diabetics, because we are just talking about some of the conditions that are actually killing our people, and a lot of people are actually dying just because of kidney failure and high blood pressure. And I will just do a touching up of, you see, like, because many people don't really drink water, you know, and water is something that is extremely important. And sometimes it's difficult to find out or to know whether it is that your high blood pressure actually destroy your kidneys, or your kidneys got destroyed and then give you high blood pressure. So many of our people, because of the high salt diet, now not just table salt, but salt in baking powder, MSG, and all them different type of salts, are actually destroying the kidneys. Yes, Babu, no call blessed.
Hello?
Yes, bless.
Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you, blessed.
Hello, good night. I just want to know, when your air is making some, doing, I know it have some air, so I want to know what to do.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Bless, yes. Love, blessed. Yeah, so salt is not just like table salt. Salt is also monosodium glutamate, baking powder, and aspartame, and plenty of them sugars outside there. They combine them with sodium just to actually make them be able to dissolve in water. Plenty things. So many of the alcoholic beverages that people actually consume, many of the foods that people actually consume are things that are tainted with plenty chemicals. The amount of pesticides that are actually in our foods, plenty pesticides. Yes, my sister, if you feel like you have air in your ears, what you could do, you could just warm some castor oil. Warm some castor oil. Castor oil will go in. Warm it up over some steam and put it in your ears. Pull the ears, massage it, put some cotton ball in it, and just go to the rest of it. That helps to just to sing down, cling down, and send out the air. Alright? So when it is that we are going to be able to take care of high blood pressure or kidney failure or any of these things, you have to understand that you have to start by cleansing your food intake. Ensure that you could trust the things that you put inside of your physical structure as much as you can. There are some terrible things that people sell outside and they call it food, which is not food. Terrible things. Right? And these are things that research have shown can be dangerous. So when it is that we as a people, we tend to ignore all the things that we know that could actually destroy us, and we eat them day in, day out, and we don't care. People just eat what they want to eat and the time that they want to eat it. They don't care about none of them things. People don't care about why the kidney is going to be destroyed. People just eat because they're hungry. And they just drink because they want to feel good. They want to feel nice, and they just drink. And they just drink, and that's it. They're not considering, well, whether or not they want to have a healthy kidney. But your kidney is responsible for controlling of your blood pressure levels. Your kidney is the organ. Your kidney don't just filter the blood, you know. The kidney filters the blood, yes. Right? It balances the minerals in your blood and also removes toxic substances from the blood. So your kidneys have the responsibility to also prevent some essential minerals from just washing out into your urine. So your kidneys now would basically take out, there are some substances like urea, okay? Your urea levels. Your BUN, which is blood urea concentration, or blood urea nitrogen levels, right? The more urea you have in your blood, the more toxic your blood is. So your kidneys supposed to remove the urea from the blood, right? Your kidney is supposed to be able to remove that urea from the blood. But because the kidney is not functioning properly, it actually now keeps the urea in the blood. It cannot filter out the urea. So your blood urea, the BUN level is high. Your kidney is supposed to remove another toxic substance called creatinine from the blood. But no, it does not move it. So it keeps it going high. We have to be very skillful in understanding that. The kidney function is dependent a lot on your lifestyle. What type of life you live, how much alcohol you drink, how much tobacco you smoke, what kind of workplace you work in, how much chemicals are you exposed to, right? So then, when the kidneys don't function properly, it also actually affects how your physical structure produces even your red blood cells. So, someone with kidney failure would be experiencing high blood pressure because the kidneys would know how much sodium to let out and how much sodium to hold, how much potassium to let out and how much potassium to hold. And that is exactly, right? That's exactly that's exactly how it is that your kidney is going to be controlling the amount of fluid in your physical structure. By controlling how much water that's in your physical structure, your kidneys now would be able to control your blood pressure. Your kidneys also release particular hormones. Angiotensin. That hormone in particular moves from kidney to liver to lungs, whereby it actually gets activated to cause the narrowing of your blood vessels to increase your blood pressure, or the opposite reaction can happen where your blood vessels could be relaxed to release your blood pressure, to get it lower. So your kidneys have that kind of responsibility, not only just to strain the blood and remove toxins and keep that mineral and remove that mineral. No. Your kidneys have roles in regulating your blood pressure levels, among plenty other things. Your adrenal glands are glands found right above the kidneys. that produces adrenaline. Very important. Very important. So, when we talk about high blood pressure, we must understand that the blood does not just, it's like you have water in a bottle, right? So you say, well, okay, well, the water is in the bottle. That's it. Your blood is not just inside of your physical structure, just there. Like you have water in this bottle, Lococo, it's in the bottle. Your body is not just full up with blood just like that. The blood navigates through vessels within your physical structure. All right. Now, these vessels is what that the monitor, that blood pressure monitor, would monitor the tightness. It will just, when they go for your blood pressure and they put in that cuff right on your arms there, right? Then when you start to pump the air, it actually locks off your arteries. And then it has this little instrument that could actually listen to, you could hear the first time that the arteries unblock. Doop! That's your first beat. That's your first pressure. 130 or 120 over the last or the one before the last beep. When you release it so much that the blood just flows through. So when your blood travels through these arteries, through these vessels, they exert a particular pressure on the walls of these vessels based upon the distance that blood pressure or that blood vessel is away from the heart. The further you go from the heart, the lower that pressure is exerted upon that vessel. So also, the smaller that vessel would be and the less, right? The vessel will be much smaller, right? Just because of the distance from the heart. And also to maintain that particular pressure. Because the pressure is decreased, yes, to actually maintain a particular pressure of blood traveling through these vessels. 451-934-9453-1730. Definitely give us a call. Blessed love, high priest, I'm suffering for pain in the right side of my joint between the hip and the leg every night. What do you think is causing it, please? I mean, I cannot tell you what's causing it just like that. I will tell you, drink a lot more water, drink plenty sea moss, right? Massage the area with warm castor oil and cayenne pepper powder. That I can tell you. Okay? 451-934-9453-1730. Give us a call. I'm waiting for your calls, man. I mean, come on. What do you want me to do? Just sit down and just wait for you to call and just stop speaking and just stay in front of the TV like that? You wouldn't like that. So I'm sure that there are plenty things that you could actually say to actually uplift. So I'm inviting you to give us a call. 451-9349-453-1730. So, the more salt that is in your physical structure, the more sodium that you have inside of your physical structure, that means that is the more water your physical structure is going to retain. The more water your physical structure retain, the higher your blood pressure. As simple as that. The more fatty foods that you actually consume, the narrower your vessels get. The narrower your vessels get, the higher the pressure of the blood going through the vessels. Then your blood pressure is high. Yes, Sufrakola, blessed.
Blessed Rasta.
Honorable.
A nice program.
Give thanks.
How do you deal with vertigo? What can I do to control vertigo?
What are your symptoms?
Dizziness. Like when I bend down, I feel dizzy. Yeah.
You feel dizzy or you see this place spinning on you?
Yes, a little spinning also and dizzy.
So who tell you have vertigo?
A doctor.
Okay.
I'll listen to the treatment.
Yeah, I think you should come to us and we could have a conversation.
Okay, Rasta.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Love, man. That's
Yeah, man.
Yeah. 451-9349-453-1730. Definitely give us a call. As our time is coming down to a close now, 7:50 now. Yes. So, to deal with the blood pressure, you need to be able to keep your kidneys healthy. So you could always balance out the electrolytes within your physical structure. So by keeping your kidneys healthy, there are herbs that keep the kidneys healthy. Like your zebazedri, which is Bidens pilosa. Your stinging nettle. Your vervine. Your artillery. All these herbs there can keep the kidneys your parsley. Keep kidneys very healthy. Yes, current caller, blessed.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, I'm blessed love.
Blessed love, honorable.
What can you do to maintain healthy vision?
Well, I mean, there's an oil called palm oil that they get from Ghana. That's a very good oil. It helps to maintain vision. Right, proper vision. Also, you're looking at chalice water. You know what chalice is?
No.
Oh. A chalice is an instrument that people use to meditate, to burn cannabis. The water after, you see like a bong, the water that actually, when it goes through the smoke, when the smoke of the herb goes through the water actually changes into something different. That could be actually filtered properly with a cheesecloth and used to actually clean the eye. Very, very effective. Very, very effective. Very, very effective. So all yellow fruits, all red fruits, very good for the eye. But palm oil is a master. Palm oil. You use it in your foods.
Okay, then, blessed love.
Blessed love. Give thanks, love. 451-9349-453-1730. Give us a call. Yes. So the high blood pressure, the balancing is keeping your kidneys healthy. So we said stinging nettle, Bidens pilosa, which is your Spanish diddle, your vervine, your artillery fern, your what else? Parsley. Okay, we just said these 5 of them. There are plenty more. Right, these there as green juices can help to keep your kidneys very, very healthy. You could use that, blend it, strain it, drink it. Right? Then you have these same herbs, they are what you call electrolyte sparing diuretic. They're going to make you urinate. So as you urinate, then your pressure naturally going to go down. Alright, so you're looking at also very good things for pressure. You're looking at yellow breadfruit leaf, yellow almond leaf, right? We're talking about the parsley juice. All these things, they are very, very effective. Jus of glow, kokonkuli, all these things, they are very effective. But also you have to decrease the amount of salt, meaning that you have to decrease the amount of baking powder, decrease the amount of table salt. Alright, so all these things, definitely you have to decrease, and you have to increase your consumption of your potassium. This actually helps to balance up your pressure. Magnesium also helps to channel calcium into the arteries, help muscular contractions. So all them things there is very important to help to regulate your blood pressure level. So avoid the salts. When I say salts, I mean all these synthetic table salts, sodium chloride, right? And avoid all these dead animals. Lots of animal products are also very rich in sodium, very, very low in potassium. These things they also cause an increase in your blood pressure levels, right? So definitely avoid cheese and milk that contains lots of sodium. Also lots of cheese contains lots of sodium. All right, definitely drink plenty of water. Very effective. Plenty of water. Drink water as you can, right? Especially in green juice form, right? Always keep on your sea moss, keep on your parsley juice. Okay, keep on your Bidens pilosa, keep on your vervine. All these things that specifically are very effective to keep your blood pressure functioning properly. Also get a green room. Get a space where all around you is green. That could actually help to calm you down. Or just go into the forest. Green rooms could help to calm you down, to help to keep your blood pressure levels coming low. 451-9349, 453-730. We'll take one more call before we close. Yes, we'll take one more call before we close, definitely. 451-9349, 453-1730. 451-9349, 453-1730. Give us a call. Final caller for the night. Who is it going to be? Right? Remember, tomorrow, Monday, we are in office on Jeremy Street. You know, we have openings from 3 to 6 p.m. walk-in. You know, definitely you could come and join us. Remember to get your packages, your male package, female package. Pass by Livity. You know, right now we are Livity, Rodney Bay, right next to the Volney gas station. Make sure you come there and, you know, get all your Livity wholesome foods. Foods prepared with love. Foods prepared with intention to actually heal. Get your green juices, your ginger and lime, your power brew, all these things, your sea moss, all these things, they are available at Livity Redway and also Livity right in the city on Jeremy Street. So if it is you want to see us tomorrow, definitely we are in office on Jeremy Street at Livity. Right inside there we have an office there also. So you just give us a call, 451-8813, or you WhatsApp us 1758-722-3660. That's 1758-722-3660. Yes, the man caller, blessed. Final call.
Good evening, my brother.
Yes, my sister, bless.
I want to find out something. I use a lot of coconut milk in my food. Does it good?
Well, if you use a lot of it, try not to cook it too much. It's always good that after the food is cooked, you put the coconut milk in it and you just get a little bit of heat and then that's it.
Okay, all right. Because I put it in my fish when I make a broth. Sometimes I make a bouillon, I put it in it.
Well, yeah, that's good because it's full of medium chain fatty acid and also a lot of minerals and antioxidants.
Okay, all right. Because I'm not using butter and I'm not using the oil, the normal oil they make in the soybean oil. I not eating that.
That's very good. Yeah, that's very good. Avoid these things.
Okay, thank you and have a blessed night.
You also, beloved. Thanks for calling, right?
You too.
All right. Love. Blessed. Okay, so that was our final caller. We give thanks for this divine moment, this divine program. Give thanks for Kailash Television for having us. Give thanks for them being consistent over the years. Give thanks for Mr. Fanis, you know, so for he taking his time out to actually be there with us. Give thanks for all you viewers who are viewing on YouTube or Facebook or on television here in St. Lucia. Give thanks for this divine opportunity to be able to help you, help me, and help me, help you. Definitely, that's been a divine moment. So give thanks again. Those who want to get in touch with us, WhatsApp 1758-722-3660. That is 1758-722-3660. And definitely for consultation tomorrow from 3 o'clock in the afternoon until. So we'll be available. Make it your duty to come and see us and help yourself with a natural solution to all your artificial problems. So give thanks again, and you do have a blessed night. Blessed love. Give thanks.
Do you have a knockout business idea? Do you want the world to know about it? Here is your opportunity to show the world that this is the next big thing. Get in the ring. Register today to capitalize on free training and networking opportunities. Network with persons in finance, marketing, and business development experts. And get a chance to represent St. Lucia at a global showdown. Deadline for registration is February 28th. Get in the ring and show the world.
Round of applause for Mr. Patrick Easy.